you everyone for joining. And Faye, go ahead.
In last week's Parsha, in Breshit, I was reading through the Psukim and I was reading through the Rashis, and suddenly you're like struck with thoughts that you've never thought before. You've read this Parsha dozens of times, year after year, and suddenly we're like seeing it in a new light. Right in the beginning, we talk about that the Aretz Hayta Tohu Vavohu. And we think about it, it's what's some swirling darkness. We never really understood it. We never really connected it. And I'm reading the Rashi and it's just hitting me so hard. Rashi says, Tohu Lashon Tema. It means astonishment, shimamon, bafflement. She'adam toheh umishtomem al bohu shaba. We are just astonished and baffled over the void. Tohu means, Rashi says, ishtar dion. Bilaz, Rabbi Art Scroll says, it is just staggering. It is stunning. It is astounding over the emptiness and the desolation. And that was what we have all been feeling since last Shabbat. We are just don't know how to process it. We don't know how to wrap our heads around it. We're reading about this tohu vavohu and we're living in this tohu vavohu. And all we want is Hashem to create the light. Yehi or Hashem, make shamayim va'aretz, make a new sky that is free of rockets, make a land that is free of destruction and terrorists. Hashem, create this world, make a new Briata Olam. And we read it year after year, and suddenly we're reading it with our eyes open again. And then this week, we're reading Parshat Noach. And it's the same thing. We've read this Parsha over and over again, and we hear the story, and suddenly we're living it and we're experiencing it. We're living in a world where there's just destruction and communities being wiped out and families being wiped out. I'm going to read to you from the Sefer HaYashar, which is a medrash about what Noach was feeling and experiencing. It says, Gam Noach uvanav tzoakim ubochim b'tzaratam. Noach and his family are crying and calling out to Hashem. Vayir'u yir'a gdola ma'od. And they feel this terrible fear. Vayitpalel Noach al Hashem. They daven to Hashem and they call out, Ana Hashem. Hoshia lanu, save us, Hashem. Ki ein koach banu lisbol et hara'a azot asher svivtenu. We can't deal with this pain. It is just too much. Anenu Hashem, anenu, pidenu v'hatzilenu. Noach was experiencing those same things, seeing all the destruction and feeling it and calling out to Hashem. But what was Noach doing? He wasn't just sitting and crying and davening. Noach was busy 24/7. The Midrashim talk about, I'm going to read from Midrash Rabbah. It says, Ad Heichan, what was Noach doing? Ad Shaya Yodea Lavchin Eza Behema Nizonet B'Shtei Shaot Bayom, Eza Nizonet B'Shalosh Shaot Balayla. He knew what animal, every single animal, the hundreds, the thousands of animals that he had to feed. He had to feed them 24/7, the right amount of food at the right time. And he was busy. The Midrashim talk about that he was busy dealing with the animals, breaking up fights with the animals. This is what Noach was doing. 24/7, he was taking care of the needs of everything that was around him, despite the destruction. He wasn't letting himself get overwhelmed by the pain of what was happening out there. He had to take care of the needs right there. And when you look at these two concepts together, you look at the last week's Parsha of Breshit of Tohu Vavohu, and how we just need Hashem to recreate the world. Hashem, make it start anew for us. Make us a new Shamayim Va'aretz. Make us a new Or. But then we see what Noach was doing. Noach was busy. Noach was constantly giving and doing. Noach was creating his new reality. Noach was doing Olam Chesed Yibaneh. He wasn't just waiting for Hashem to rebuild. He was already starting and rebuilding. And we see that that's what's been happening exactly in this, everything that's going on, the tremendous chesed that everybody's been doing. People cooking, people opening their homes, people driving up and down and making sure that the chayalim have what they need, and all of the people who are evacuated and the victims going to shiva houses, tying tzitzit. Everybody's been so involved in chesed and rebuilding and recreating. We are making what's going to be the day after. And you know what? Not all of us are able to do that. Some of us are trying to just get through each day and take care of their own family's needs. And you know what? You're doing what Noach did. You're feeding your kids and your family in 24/7, breaking up the fights from the animals in your house, You are doing what you need to do, and that is your chesed. In your home is also a chesed that you have to rebuild. So I hope we can take this with us, this idea of, yes, daven to Hashem, make a new Maaseh Breshit every single day, make a new creation, make a new reality for us, but also we should be making that new creation. We should be rebuilding and making this new Olam Chesed Yibaneh. I want to just end off with one last point. Again, it's a totally new reality. And everything that we've been experiencing, we're seeing it with fresh eyes. In all the tehillim that we say, in all the davening that we say, we connect to it and we feel it and we hear those messages. Today in my davening, all of a sudden I'm listening in Birkat Kriyat Shema, and it hits me, it strikes me. We say, HaMechadesh b'tuvo b'chol yom tamid maseh breshit. Hashem, please create this new reality. Make a new breshit for us. Let us start over again in this new reality. Le'oseh orim gdolim ki le'olam chasto. Hashem, please bring us this light. Please, this whole world is that you give us forever is the chesed. And may we all be zoche to or chadash al Tzion Ta'ir v'nizkeh kulanu mehira le'oro.
Thank you very much, Faye. And tomorrow night, same time and same place, everybody. Thank you very much.